Okay, guys, can you all hear what I'm saying? Alright, okay. So, my name is Harpreet Singh. I'm intern student from Utah, currently under Shabelle. So, I'm also the PR and editorial of Student Representative Council of Perak Campus, Utah Perak Campus. So, I'm here to present you something about biofilm. So, I think most of you know, right, what's biofilm since you are a medic student and stuff. No? Okay, so don't worry. You came to the right place here today. So we're going to present something. What is biofilm? It's a single type or multiple type of bacteria living together, covered in a protective slimy layer and attached to the environmental surface. Okay? You can also say as a group of bacteria surrounded with matrix of polysaccharide. It's also known as the bacterial cities. So move on to the next slide. Why bacteria form biofilm? Think bacteria is like us, okay? We survive by living together. We can achieve more by living together. Same goes with bacteria. The best way for it to survive is strength in numbers. Bacteria are highly adaptive in terms of survival and vitality. So, first thing, it's able to mutate. So, in this way, it's able to live longer. And it is covered in a slimy protective layer. So, we know the reason why the bacteria actually form the biofilm, but how the biofilm formation goes. So, the first step is attachment. Just now, as I mentioned earlier, bacteria is like us. Okay? So, what is the most important thing for human to do? First, we need food and water source. Very important to get all the nutrients and vitamins needed for us to grow, to produce a younger generation. Same with bacteria. Once it get the food and water source, it get all the nutrient and benefit needed to reproduce. So the bacteria in here, actually, as you can see, is attached in a scattered pattern. Alright? So once it get the nutrient and it begin to reproduce and form the next generation of bacteria, the polysaccharide layer, which is secreted by each bacteria, will combine, and the bacteria is covered in this layer, as I mentioned earlier. This is called formation of microcolonies, where the bacteria actually start to grow and reproduce. So, just now is the same generation of bacteria. Now we moving into a younger generation of bacteria, and the older generation of bacteria dies. So, this older generation of bacteria will serve something to the biofilm. They serve to protect the younger generation. This is truly amazing. Alright? So the older bacteria will die and form a layer outside the younger generation to protect the younger generation inside. So we call it double protection. Plus we got a slimy protective layer mentioned earlier. So in this stage, maturation, you have complete beam of communication and sewage system. Exactly like cities. So the main component is polysaccharide. Polysaccharide, it actually link one bacteria with another and it will communicate. Here the bacteria will organize themselves. So who do what need to be done. Then the polysaccharide actually give the architectural design, alright, to the biofilm. So actually you can find channels and pores around the bacteria for it to transport the material around. So this is exactly look like a city. And the last step. So once you have a complete civilization, what you do after that? What supposed to be done? We expand the territory, like civilization. Once the civilization reach its peak, it extends its territory. Same like biofilm. This is called dispersion. The complete setup of biofilm will produce another biofilm. It will spread. And the bacteria will grow for generation. Why? You all know, right? Bacteria is continuously mutating. That means when it discovers threat, it will recognize the threat. Once it recognizes the threat, it will adapt to the threat. It will adapt to the changes to produce more stronger strain of bacteria, the next generation. And this generation will keep on producing a more stronger strain. So at last you have the invisible form of defense. So how actually we eliminate biofilm? I mean, we have talked how strong it is, how it can respond to changes. I mean, it's a whole package of surviving. So what goes after that? Okay, normally in your medical lab, any lab like you all go, we use ethanol and alcohol to kill the bacteria, but it cannot fully destroy the biofilm. Just now we mentioned it, protective layer, respond to changes. So once it's discovered that alcohol actually trying to kill it, but it still survive, if it respond to the changes, that means it actually resists resistance. If it develop resistance towards alcohol, so alcohol has no effect whatsoever the next time we use on biofilm. As I said, mutation will produce more stronger type of bacteria. So I mean, there's no way to eliminate this thing, but that is up to my next speaker. Alright, she will discuss the solution, how actually we can get around the biofilm, how actually we can eliminate biofilm for real, how eBiotics have discovered the method to actually fully destroy biofilm. So biofilm is as small as your eyes can see. Okay, it can be as big as your eyes can see or as small until you need microscope to look at it. But that is up to my next speaker, Miss Elizabeth. So that's all for my presentation today. So thanks you all for coming. Alright? Okay. Yeah, I make it short. Oh, you all want to know about me? Or question answer time? You all got any question?